What's up, black and white entertainment fans? It is John Matrixx, and I'm coming to you with another video here, folks. And before we get into this video here, the Black and White Network is expanding. If you do check the description, you'll actually see that we're on Rumble and we're also on Odysee. Odysee seems tremendous, so all videos that are uploaded here will be mirrored to Odysee. And we highly recommend that you actually go over there to Odysee and subscribe to this channel, as YouTube is really trying to censor us, and we've been trying to find alternative platforms. Also, we do have the merch. This is the new Black and White Network official shirt. Use the discount code GinaRots, and we're going to give you 15% off your purchase, folks. Let's get into this. And this kind of does tie back to Disney. You know, Disney, Mandalorian, Star Wars, and also Disney with Disney Plus. They have more stuff on there than just Star Wars and MCU. Folks, the TV show from the late 1970s and early 1980s, made for kids, The Muppet Show, is on Disney Plus. However, we're living in very, very strange times, folks. Very, very strange times, because everything from the past is offensive. Offensive to woke Disney. Not Walt Disney. It's not Walt Disney anymore. It is woke Disney, because they're offended by everything. They're offended by Gina Carano, just giving her opinions, you know, because they're supposed to be about women and respecting women. But unless that woman has a different political opinion, they must be canceled, folks. So now, enter The Muppet Show, made for kids. Nobody in the late 1970s, early 1980s, and that's my generation there. I grew up watching The Muppet Show. I found nothing offensive about The Muppet Show. Absolutely nothing. But Walt Disney, they're offended for you, folks. And I believe, you know, that they're trying to really indoctrinate children into being mini SJWs, to cry about everything, to find that everything is so offensive. And I truly believe that is the issue with Walt Disney and these other big tech corporations and everything like that. Okay, so let's go over here. Let's jump into this article here. Disney Plus warns viewers that The Muppet Show includes offensive content. Yes, a show made for kids is offensive. But my question is, if it's so offensive, Walt Disney, why don't you just take it off the platform? Why don't you just take it off? Because you know what? It's not truly offensive, but they want to pander to the SJW woke mob out there, because if the SJWs find out that this is on Disney Plus and Disney Plus doesn't do their due diligence and deem pretty much everything on there as probably offensive, the woke mob is going to try to cancel them. This is what Walt Disney does. Okay. They don't actually have this platform, I believe now anymore, for normal thinking people. The platform is to pander to the woke mob, okay? So let's read some of this article here. Disney Plus is warning viewers that some episodes of The Muppet Show featured negative depictions and mistreatment of people or cultures. Well, if it ain't the pot calling the kettle black, let's look at this here. I blew it up here so you can actually see it a lot better. This is what Disney Plus had to say. This program includes negative depictions and or mistreatment of people or cultures. These stereotypes were wrong then, and they are wrong now. Rather than remove this content, we want to acknowledge its harmful impact, learn from it, and spark conversation to create a more inclusive future together. Disney is committed to creating stories with inspirational and aspirational themes that reflect the rich diversity of the human experience around the globe. To learn more about how these stories have impacted society, visit www.disney.com/stories matters. And of course, it says that your video will start in 7. Well, it's kind of funny here. They say that these stereotypes were wrong then and they are wrong now, and that this program includes negative depictions and or mistreatment of people. Keep that in context. So Disney is against mistreatment of people, but yet they bought into a lie about Gina Carano and they fired her. They mistreated Gina Carano. they bullied her. But they want to tell you that the Muppet Show, made for kids, something that nobody had a problem with, is mistreating people. Just keep that in mind, folks. Just keep that in mind. This is woke Disney. And by the way, folks, if this show is so offensive, I went onto my Disney Plus account right here. And actually, when you actually log into it, because I had it open for a while, the first thing on this tab here is the Muppet Show. They're promoting this. They want you to watch this. Okay? If it's so offensive, why would you actually try to promote this show right at the top? Why? Why would you? This is number one. Then they go into some other things here too, by the way. And folks, I actually did cancel my Disney Plus subscription, but I told you guys before that since I actually pre-bought it, I wasn't going to get a refund, and I'm not going to get a refund, folks. I'm not. My subscription just will expire next November, since I actually bought 2 years and got the third for free. But I did let Disney know that the reason why I'm canceling is because you guys fired Gina Carano, and I cannot support you guys anymore. I let them know that, folks. Disney is an absolute disaster of a company, and so is Star Wars, okay? Because everything is offensive. Now, it does say here, an episode hosted by Johnny Cash in which the country star performs in front of the U.S. flag and the Confederate battle flag was among the installments flagged by the service. Of course, because when you see the Confederate battle flag, you must be offended. Folks, I grew up on one of the greatest TV shows of all time, The Dukes of Hazzard. The Dukes of Hazzard had a car called the General Lee, and it had the Confederate battle flag on top of the car. Nobody was offended by that growing up as kids. But we're in woke 2021 where everything must be offensive. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that there was some kind of a push to get the Dukes of Hazzard canceled from Amazon Prime. I don't remember if that actually happened or not, but that was a real thing, just like Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind on HBO Max, they put a trigger warning too on that movie, calling it offensive and all this other stuff. And it had these depictions that are pretty much racist and all this other stuff. People, just enjoy a movie for a movie. Enjoy a TV show for a TV show. If the Muppet Show is so offensive, let the parents decide what their kids should watch. Let the parents decide, okay? But no, of course not. This is nothing more than just pandering to the woke mob. And it says here also another features folk star Joan Baez during an Indian accent, which the opening to an episode with Kenny Rogers shows Muppets dressed in Arab garb drilling for oil. The warning says that rather than ruin the episodes, Disney wants to acknowledge their harmful impact, learn from it, and spark conversation to create a more inclusive future. And I already read that. The service already uses the disclaimer on several other films and programs, including The Aristocrats, which uses caricatures of East Asian people, and Dumbo, which features a musical number that references minstrel shows. The Muppet Show was hugely popular in both the United States and the UK, where it was filmed. It was added to Disney Plus on Friday as the new service nears 100 million subscribers. I highly doubt that they have 100 million now. I'm pretty sure that they lost some, but that's another story with Gina Carano, so I digress. Streamers are increasingly looking to acquire children's programming for their platforms, looking to build up loyalty among viewers and encourage parents to subscribe. I can tell you this much, man. If you're a parent right now, don't let Disney make decisions for you. Don't do it. I would highly recommend that you don't even subscribe to Disney Plus. Don't do it, because Disney is all about an agenda. If you don't agree with their agenda, they're going to cancel you. They're just pandering to the woke mob. They don't care about you, the consumer. They care about the bots and the NPCs on Twitter. These are the people on Twitter that are triggered by things like the Muppet Show. I mean, the most kid-friendly show of all time. What is so offensive about Kermit the Frog, Miss Piggy? Nothing. Nothing. I grew up on these people. I turned out pretty well. I'm not offended by a kid show. I grew up on many kid shows. I mean, what's going to be next? So are they going to actually cancel Saved by the Bell, the original one? Now, I'm not talking about the new one. I haven't even watched the new one, because they didn't have enough black representation. They didn't have really any Asian representation. I mean, the woke mob will never, ever be happy. They're not happy unless they're unhappy. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white entertainment fans. Walt Disney puts a trigger warning on the Muppet Show. A show made for 5-year-old kids. I'm not surprised, man. Strange times that we're living in, folks. And to stop all the wokeness, to stop all of this censorship, people, we're going to have to stop giving Disney our money. We're going to have to. I know that Walt Disney is a powerful corporation, but it needs to stop, man. It needs to end. I mean, you shouldn't be actually putting a trigger warning trying to censor. They basically just trying to censor episodes of this show so people will not watch them. Okay. Now, kids today, they probably don't know much about the original Muppet Show. It was great. It really, really was great. And there's nothing offensive about that show, folks. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this, black and white entertainment fans? Let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Entertainment, and we'll catch you next time.